Hey guys, welcome back to We Watched the Movie. I am Mike, and this is 10 more horror franchises returning in 2024. If you want to see all that and more, please click subscribe and the bell. I know I have to say it every time, but the truth is, it just takes a second, and if you don't do it, YouTube likes to hide us like a dead hooker in your trunk. Here's 10 horror movie franchises coming back in 2024, starting with Beetlejuice II. Honk honk! Beetlejuice 2 comes out on September the 6th. They're bringing back everybody. Tim Burton, Michael Keaton. They're bringing in Jenna Ortega, so this should be huge. We haven't even got a trailer for it or anything yet, but I actually can't believe we're actually getting it. It didn't seem like one of those things that was ever going to happen. I think Michael Keaton can still act the shit out of it. I mean, the guy can sell a ketchup popsicle to a woman wearing white gloves. We'll see what happens. The sun is coming into my frame and fucking up my shot. What the fuck? Hello, Clarice. It's been some time. First world problems. Life is hard. And so am I. Another franchise coming back, although I don't know why. Hellboy Crooked Man releases in June of 2024. This is going to be directed by Brian Taylor, who wrote the movie Crank. No shade. Crank fucking kicks ass, man. And it stars Jack Kesy as the new Hellboy. I don't know much about this, to be honest. I've never been able to get into the Hellboy movies. Or Ron Perlman guy. I don't know. It just doesn't slowly tickle my butt with a feather the way I need it to. Never been a thing for me. But that is coming in June of 2024. The IMDb plot synopsis says it follows Hellboy and a rookie BPRD agent. I don't know what was BPRD stand for. Butt plugs rock dudes? As they get stranded in 1950s rural Appalachia. Okay, that sounds kind of fun. They discover a small community haunted by witches led by the Crooked Man. This plot synopsis sounds awesome, to be honest. Moving forward, if you reach deep down to the horror taint, the trash can of horror, you will pull out Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey Part 2, coming out on February the 16th. I didn't even see the first movie. I just think this is a terrible gimmick that just throws back to some of like the worst tropes of horror. I don't get it. I don't get it. But you know, we're starting the video off negative, and I don't fucking like that. So let's go to one good. Witchboard is coming on no date. Witchboard is coming back as a remake. Now, this is not all bad. Like, I love the original Witchboard movie. I really do. I just did a review for that a while back, actually. We'll put that in this video as well. Had a blast revisiting that. Again, that's an underrated ass horror movie that you guys got to check out if you've never seen it. But the remake is coming out. And the good news here is that it's going to be directed by Chuck Russell, the director of Nightmare on Elm Street 3 Dream Warriors, doing a Witchboard remake. You would think it's everything that you could have asked, but the trailer is already out. The trailer came out a while ago, and it went by like a soft fart in the night. And yeah, if you just take a look at, I like the idea that they're doing a whole new game, like a whole new board, and they're switching it up a little bit. That's interesting to me. I love the voiceover going on. It's just and maybe the movie's going to be kick-ass. But it has this feeling of just like straight to video, just cheap awfulness. And like the effects just really look computery and terrible. And I really hope it's better than the trailer seems as far as the effects go, because the director's perfect. I'd love to see a new Witchboard movie. Let's hope and pray that this kicks ass. Oh, fuck. God damn it. It's always fucking something, isn't it? Every goddamn day. And now, the yak. Yeah. Fuck me in the ass. Hot, fucking steaming, brand new ass hot coffee dripping down onto the top of my CPU, which is open. It has little holes in it, like the grates. Okay, all right. There we go. How about that? Did it? My phone? Still? Okay. Video still on? Well, we're still in fucking action, aren't we, Jim? Yeah, so if you would, please like and share and subscribe, because I'm probably going to need a new computer soon. So that'll help. My mouse isn't working. Cool. Remind me to never say another unkind word about Witchboard. I just got back. I went and had to leave, go to the store, and purchase a new mouse. Life really is like a board game. You know, you roll the dice and it's like, you broke your computer mouse. Drive to the store and pay $25 for a new one. Lose a turn. Chucky Season 3 Part 2 will be out in 2024 as well. If you're into that show, apparently it's getting wilder and wilder. Those fucking crazy kids. These circus midgets cannot hold their booze. Next up, you may say, hey Mike, this isn't a franchise, but there's enough of these Nosferatu movies out there and also Dracula vampire movies out there that I feel like it counts enough, and it may be what ends up being the most anticipated horror movie of the year for many. Robert Eggers' Nosferatu comes out on December the 25th of next year. This thing stars Willem Dafoe, Nicholas Hoult, Emma Corrin, Aaron Taylor Johnson, Bill Skarsgård as the titular character. But they asked Willem Dafoe about it, and this guy's been in like a million amazing movies, right? And even he says, I saw some footage when we were shooting, and I can honestly say visually, it was unlike anything I have seen. The look of it and how it was shot was extraordinary. Apparently, they're doing all new stuff for this. It's going to feel unlike any other movie. I just hope that it's super fucking scary. I'm excited for it, and I'm not even a Robert Eggers guy. The Lighthouse was great. The Witch, it was like, hey, nothing's going to happen for an hour and a half, and then we're going to show you a bunch of old floating ladies, butt-ass naked. A24, everybody. I'm kidding. I love A24, but they do that shit. Wolfman comes out on October 25th, continuing the franchise of the Universal monsters, and this just had some news come out about it. It was supposed to star Ryan Gosling and be directed by Derek Cianfrance, the guy who directed Place Beyond the Pines. They were both moved out for whatever reason, scheduling, I don't know, and moved in was Ryan Abbott. I mean, anything from Ryan Gosling seems like a step down for sure, but who knows? It may be awesome, and he's in Little Things right now in movie theaters. And Lee Winnell, by all counts, is one of the best horror directors working out there right now, so that part's exciting. We'll see what happens with Wolfman. I'm excited about it. It's amazing to me that a movie that stars Anthony Hopkins and fucking Benicio del Toro in a Wolfman movie didn't end up being awesome. That boggles my fucking tits, but we'll see what happens with this one. Hopefully it's cool. What is now set to be a franchise when this releases, They Follow. The follow-up to It Follows will be in theaters. Hopefully, fingers crossed, I've got my fingers crossed, will be in theaters in 2024. They do start principal photography in 2024, so it is possible. We're just trying to be hopeful, god damn it, that we'll see They Follow, the follow-up to It Follows, in theaters. You know, I just watched this in 2024. I just watched this for the second time since the theater, and I remember liking it, but thinking it was a little bit overrated from everything I was seeing. And I will say this, it gave me a nightmare that I was trying to crawl out of a bathroom window, like that scene in Strangers Pray at Night, and it was behind me and it was trying to touch me. And originally I was like, this is kind of dumb. I mean, they just kind of like walk naked with their tits out across fields. It's not really that scary. It seems pretty easy to beat. But I gotta tell you, after that nightmare, hanging there and waiting for it to touch you like a game of tag and turn you into that leg snap bitch on the beach in the beginning of the movie, it really kind of gave me a new respect for it. I was like, that is really kind of fucking freaky. It's like the most dangerous game of tag, and I don't like it one bit. But I always thought it was a well-shot movie and it was a cool idea. So I hope that They Follow is as good as It Follows. It's going to bring back Micah Monroe and the same director of the original film. So that should be really exciting. I think that'll be one of the most talked about horror movies of the year. Hopefully they squeak it in 2024. Another Monster Universal movie coming out. And the movie is still weirdly untitled, but by all accounts, everybody expects it to have something to do with Universal's 1936 movie, Dracula's Daughter. The movie's going to be directed by Radio Silence, who directed Scream 6, who directed Scream 5. That's exciting. It's exciting that they're also bringing Melissa Barrera into their film here as well. Kevin Durand's in this movie. Alicia Weir's in this movie. Motherfucking Catherine Newton from Freaky is in this movie. It's got an amazing cast, and the best of all, Dan Stevens. If you haven't seen The Guest, you got to get on that shit, man. It's one of the most underrated horror movies out there. It's said that Weir will play one of the kidnapped victims, while Barrera will portray one of the kidnappers. Universal has stated that the film will be a unique take on legendary monster lore and will represent a fresh new direction for how to celebrate these classic characters. I believe it. Radio Silence is really good at that kind of shit, so I'm excited to see it. Folks, that is 9 horror franchises that have a chance of returning in 2024. These next couple titles I'm going to lump into one because they all have just an outsider's chance of maybe squeaking into 2024, although it's not looking very likely, starting with Scream 7. This movie still has a 2024 date on IMDb, although that doesn't mean a thing. They were really hoping to squeeze this thing in, but as you guys know, everything's gone to shit with that. It's super unlikely that this fits into 2024, but who the fuck knows, man? Anything can happen. They know what that's going to do for their balance sheets, most likely, whatever that means, TPS reports and the like. It could happen, I imagine. There's a possibility still. Also, this one was on our most anticipated of 2023, I believe. I'm really excited for this, but we've gotten almost dick about it, Nancy, and that is the Crystal Lake TV series that brings back Jason Voorhees for a pre-requel sequel, which is going to cover the before Jason, the current Jason, the after Jason, and it's going to be by Brian Fuller and A24, and we just haven't heard much about it except for a random Instagram post that they were writing it, that they were working on writing it. Hopefully we hear some news, an outsider's chance that thing pops in there in like December or something. Doubt it, but I've got my fingers crossed. That's from Freddy Got Fingered, if nobody knows why I'm doing that dumb fuck voice. Orphan 3 was just announced, and they don't have a date on it, but they can do these movies pretty quick. I imagine there's an outsider shot. We get to see the sequel to Orphan. Both movies were pretty decent in my opinion, so I'm excited to see what they do with the third one. And finally, something that was mentioned back in like April of 2023 that we also haven't heard shit about is the Conjuring TV series. We could see, and I imagine, man, there's got to be like a spinoff or a random something, right? They throw out a couple of those things a year, don't they? I'm sure there's some Conjuring something coming out that'll, continue to just jump scare us and not actually do anything dangerous. And they use that instead of bringing us back Freddy, and it makes me fucking cry. And what are we talking about? Yeah, the Conjuring TV series. They announced it way back when that they were going to be making for HBO Max, produced by James Wan, all this stuff. Absolute fucking radio silence since then, but who knows? Maybe it could happen. Maybe they've been working on it. Maybe go fuck yourself. I don't want you to do that unless you film it and let us all watch. If you bring enough candy for yourself, you've got to bring enough from the classroom. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just saying words out loud. I didn't even get to drink that fucking cup of coffee. What's happening? Anyways, thank you guys for watching this video, and if you enjoyed it, there's another one with, I think, 10 better titles in it, in my opinion, that are more exciting than these. These were kind of the JV squad, but I still had fun hanging out with you guys, even though I almost wrecked everything I use for business. I love your fucking faces. I hope you guys have an amazing day, and it's only downhill from here. Uphill, down, fucking, it's gonna get better. It can only get better. Here comes that white-faced fucker, an asshole like no other. He's a big old piece of shit. Wants to stab your sister's tits cause he's a white-faced fucker. Loomis can't recover. Dr. Challenge drunk again, sleeping with your sister's friends.
Do you want to know about the darkness?
I said, goddamn.
Goddamn you, faggot!
Halloween never ends, suck my fucking dick, and I don't really care what Blumhouse fucking says. Put him in a box, or suck a fucking cock. You can say he's dead, but we all know he's not, yeah. So let's go trick-or-treating, let's go fucking drinking, let's all go rent Pumpkinhead on VHS.